Hi there. I wanted to talk to you about thought yet again, but the outside in nature of thought versus inside out nature of thought. And I know if you've been reading my blog for a while, you've kind of got a sense of what I mean by inside out versus outside in. And it's funny. I saw this this excerpt of a comedian who was on an interview. And he was talking to the interviewer and he was saying, you know, sometimes when you're just in a bad mood and then everybody says, well, what's wrong? And you say to them, it's nothing. I'm just in a bad mood. And then they persist and they say, no, seriously, what's wrong? And you say, nothing, I'm fine. I'm in a mood. And they keep going. They're not, no, seriously, what's going on? What's wrong? And you say, well, you're now what's going on. And I thought that was hysterical because it shows how we innately, we know that we can have moods and it's just something that's created within. It's just something that we're feeling. Nothing outside of us caused us to have this mood. We're just kind of in a funk or something. And we know intuitively that it's going to pass. There's nothing that we need to do. It's just we're in a mood and it's going to pass and no big deal. We don't make a big deal of it and we don't point outside of ourselves to account for our mood. We've all had that experience where there's nothing really outside. We just wake up and we're just like, just one of those days. It's like it'll blow over. So isn't that funny that we intuitively know it's been created within for whatever reason, or we're experiencing it within and nothing outside of us is the problem. But yet when we're pushed, we then turn it around and we start looking outside for the problem, like for what's causing it. So you could see how that comedian, I mean, he was tongue in cheek about it, saying, well, now you're the problem. But in a way, that's how we typically look at things. We look outside of ourselves to explain what we're feeling inside. And yet, we've all experienced those moments when we know we're just feeling this low energy and it's gonna pass. As I said last week, like clouds in the sky, just move through the sky. It's just naturally going to pass. And so do moods. So do whatever the energy, thinking energy that's going through us, it will move out of us. That's just the nature of thought. And there's no need to look outside of us. It doesn't matter. Outside of us, our circumstances, other people, things, they can't directly cause us to feel anything. They're just out there and we, in a split second, sometimes look out there and then blame that outside circumstance or person for how we're feeling. But we can't have it both ways. We can't know that our moods are just something that come over us and it's something we're feeling and there's nothing out there to account for it. And then on the other hand say, oh, well, you caused me to feel angry. You're the cause. It doesn't work like that. It's only from the inside out. No matter how much it looks like somebody else is the cause of your feeling, there's within that little space of seeing that and experiencing that and what you feel, there's a thought in there. There's thought energy that comes in there that tries to explain it or creates that feeling. And that feeling state is moment to moment and it's always changing. But there's nothing actually out there to look at to blame. It's all an inside job. And why is that relief? Well, the relief comes in understanding the design. That thought energy comes in us and it moves out. So you're feeling a certain way, just like that comedian in the interview. He knows it's going to pass. It's going to pass of its own. He doesn't need to do anything. And there's nobody to blame outside of him. It's just going to pass. It's just what he's feeling right now. And then it'll go. So try to notice this in your own life. See how thought energy comes up and you're feeling it. That's what you're experiencing moment to moment. There's nothing out there to blame, even though it looks like it. Know that the design is that it's going to pass. It's going to go right through you. So you don't need all your circumstances and people to be a certain way in order for you to feel a certain way. That's a relief. Till next week. Bye.